So the next new moon will happen at the 30th of April 22 at 10:28 a.m. And I want to apologize. I haven't made last full moon. I was a little depressed by all the friction in the world. So now it's about the new moon, and as always, it's close to the Mauna Kea, that to me personally is kind of the Neville of the world. And so this is for all people who are living here and who are determined and committed to protect this sacred land. And so what is interesting is try to think that whole cycle here upside down. So then you would have something like a cradle or like a little ship. You see here? But what is interesting is that everything happens above the personal line. You can say in a horoscope, all of this is personal. All of this is public. Here starts the you. I've talked before about this book by Martin Buber, this Zionist theology professor. It's called I and Thou, and I would advise to read it. It's a classic. It's about relationships that are not I and it, like treating the other as a thing, as it happens so often. So here it is all about our relationship to the world. So the new moon is always the time to set intentions. It is a time for new starts. And so what are we supposed to do in the bigger plan? That's what astrology is for, that we understand the bigger plan. Some Christians, some Hawaiian Christians had attacked me way back when and said it was against God's law to do astrology. And I said to them, God's law is written in the sky, and the starry night for us, and we are supposed to learn how to read it, and we are learning how to read from our ancestors, right? We learn it in school, and you know how we are learning to read books and whatever. Also, we can learn this language of the stars. And if I had a saying in this world, I would have this taught in school, because that's our connection to the source, and that's our connection with each other and with our environment is written in these patterns of the celestial bodies and their relationships to each other. Having that being said, you see that Pluto here is in the 7th house. The 7th house is equivalent to Libra. Where's Libra? Here's Libra. Oh, you can't even see it. It's somewhere here. The cycle is cut off. This is all about harmony, about justice, and we have Pluto here. And as I said before, Pluto is the great transformer. And Pluto forms this wonderful 120-degree angle to Mercury, who is the communicator, and just enters Gemini, where he is at home, and he's the communicator. So, and this happens in the 11th house, and the 11th house is equivalent to Aquarius, and that's the masses, yeah. That's the groups, the collective. And here we have the 10th house. Now the 10th house is equivalent, as I said before many times, with Capricorn. That's the public, that's the domain of our mission, of our vocation. What are we offering? What are we doing for the human society? This is the 10th house. Now we have this here. This is called the midheaven. MC, medium curly, midheaven. And here we have Chiron directly at midheaven. And we have Chiron in Aries since quite a while now. And that's about healing. And as I said before, being in Aries, the first fire sign, we have to be active and passionate about healing this time. And it's not easy. But it's like never before. This is our mission. And also here we have the sun, which at new moon, of course, is in conjunction with the moon. Moon and sun is at the same position in Taurus. And Taurus is the first earth sign, just like Aries is the first fire sign. There it's about willpower. Here it's about grounding. But we have very close Uranus. And Uranus is like the higher octave of Mercury, and is in charge for very sudden changes. And there's a very nice sextile, a 60-degree angle. It's also called a Venus angle to Mars. So Mars is the aggressor, but that was only like the go-getter. It's not that is not about violence. It's just about like going straight for what you want, and only when this is hindered, then it can become aggressivity and violence. But Mars is just a go-getter and is now in Pisces. Now Mars in Pisces is a little bit like slapping water. Yeah, the only person you hurt when you are slapping water is yourself. Yeah, and so Mars in Pisces is a little bit secretive, devious, and you cannot really grab him. Yeah, but he works now in a different element and helping us in this mission, and it's about Earth. Taurus is the first Earth sign, and it's all about Earth. We have the karmic aim, the North Node, also now in Taurus. We have this angle Scorpio-Taurus, and we have to bring our ideas about how life is supposed to be very well structured into the world, and just do it. And what else do we have here? Saturn. Saturn is in Aquarius, and it's not very helpful right now. It's kind of holding back and want to test everything before action. So we are kind of held back, also maybe held back in what we are saying and how we are acting. So here we are held back, but here we have this beautiful triangle of Venus and Neptune and Jupiter, and they're all together here in the end of Pisces. Now Venus is she is I forgot the word. She is sitting on a throne. She's not at home in Pisces, but she is elevated. She is I forgot the word. Probably I will write the right word in the comment section of YouTube. But she is Venus and Pisces is highly spiritual. There the love is becoming heavenly, and together with Neptune, as Neptune is the higher octave of Venus and Jupiter, this is a time for lovers, and we're getting power from the love we have, not the love we are getting. It's rather the love that we are giving that is empowering us. It's right here. See here, yeah, this is here, Pisces. And exalted. I think the word is exalted. Venus is exalted in Pisces. I think that's the right word. Yeah, so we have this triangle, yeah, two 60-degree angles, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Neptune all together, and Pluto. Pluto, the strong, big transformer. And Pluto only aspected well. So we can make use of this power now, because it's at the end, very, very end of Capricorn, which is the last earth sign. It's the hardest, it's the coldest. Remember that, coal, if you have coal, and if coal gets more pressure, more pressure, coal actually then becomes a diamond. That is very interesting, yeah. And that is, such things are happening in Capricorn. So Pluto and Capricorn here, the world has hit kind of rock bottom. Yeah, now it's urgent. Now we see we cannot continue as humanity as we've been doing before, with this crazy consumption of, uh, treating everything already as trash. We buy something very, very expensive, and the next year is trash, and we are filling it the landfills, and we're treating human beings as trash as well, and trashing everything. This cannot continue, and this is now understood. And very soon, Pluto will, in 2024, Pluto will come into Aquarius, and there will be different society structures, whether we like it or not. And it depends on us right now whether we are creative enough to make it in a way that it's likable, or it's going to be an ecofascism with cruelty never seen before on this earth. So that's up to us, and we here in Hawaii, we have so many chances to broadcast the right thing, whether it is through social medias, or if it is through prayers, if it's telepathically. But that's why I'm doing all these readings, especially for this place on the planet, which is so potent in healing and healing vibrations. Okay, so much for now, and I already have looked at the image of the next full moon, which will be kind of the result of this new moon. So I'm going to make that soon too, because it's interesting. And I apologize that last full moon I just couldn't get myself to make anything, but now I'm in better spirits, and so I hope you enjoy. And please send me questions. Put questions into the comment section of YouTube or Facebook. Subscribe, please. I'm depending on your reactions. I really am. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye for now.